What's up, Keep Pounding crew? Back to it with another video. Keep pounding. Today's topic is we choked against the Washington football team. If you like the video, if you like the streams, if you like the channel, hit that like button, hit that sub button, hit that bell, select all, leave a comment down below if you feel like doing so. Also, be sure to check out the stream on Wednesday for the pregame stream of the Panthers versus the Dolphins in Week 12 at 5 p.m. Standard Time. Don't miss it. Also, be sure to check out the Facebook page, Keep Pounding in all caps, to get in-game posts, polls, opinions, and, of course, reactions to NFL news. Let's dive on in. Alright. If you've never seen my videos before, we go A to F in the grades at each position. That is how we do things. So, let's go. Let's start with quarterback. I mean, that's going to be an obvious A-. Cam Newton was just absolutely ripping some great passes out there. And I'm very, very happy with him right now. That accuracy is like the old Cam from back in the day. Never left the building. You know what I mean? It's like reuniting with an old friend. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. And, you know, the man posted a whopping 21 for 27 today. 189 yards, 2 touchdowns, passing, not to mention a rushing touchdown. I mean, need I say more? Cam Newton. Cam Newton. What else do you want? That man did everything possible, humanly possible, to try to get us a win today. And I guarantee there's still going to be people that are going to throw him under the bridge for this loss. It's not his fault, folks. Stop jumping on the bandwagons on that man. Just stop. It's not worth it. So, running back. Christian McCaffrey, come on. What more do you want? Wide receiver, B+. I felt like the wide receivers were running good routes. And I don't necessarily know if that was Joe Brady's doing or if that was Cam Newton's doing or who's doing, as far as what routes they were given. But, great plays, and I'm very, very happy with that. I only saw a couple of drops, and I was just like, whatever, I can live with it. Tight end, B+. They were very active today. Both had 2 catches today. And actually, no, they didn't. Ian Thomas had a catch today. And Tommy Tremble had 2 catches today. So, my mistake on that. But the blocking was excellent. And it allowed Christian McCaffrey to get some great running lanes and a lot of positive yards. So, great job to both of you. Well done. Offensive line, B-. We got a lot of work to do there. We got a lot of work ahead of us on the offensive line. Let's face it, man. When you talk about this offensive line, you're talking about Pat Eflin at center. And can anyone say they're really crazy about this move right here? I can't. Dennis Daly, not too thrilled with him right now. In the slightest. But today, today's hot button offensive lineman that I've been throwing a lot of shade at is Michael Jordan, man. Because, wait, let's face it, man. That holding penalty, not good. False start, not good. Then you get backed up pretty much into the face of Cam Newton, and he almost jams his wrist on top of your helmet. That's an injury that doesn't need to happen. Win the battle on the line, please. Lift some weights. Dig into those trenches. Do whatever you got to do. Don't let that happen again. Okay? So, Taylor Moton with the silly penalty there, man. I mean, come on. Really? Really? But every time we tried to get something going, it just seemed like the offensive line was determined to back us back up and shoot us in the foot offensively. I mean, that's not intentional. It's just dumb penalties. It's dumb things that we're doing on the offensive line, and maybe it's attributed to bad technique. Maybe it's bad footwork. Maybe these guys are just not cut out to be starters for us. I mean, let's face it. These are supposed to be veterans on this line. I got some questions about that. And defensive end, we got a B+. I felt like the pass rush was fine. I've heard a few people say that the pass rush was the problem today. It was not. Let me read off a couple of numbers to you that proves that narrative a little bit false, man. Just a little bit false. We had 3 sacks today, 5 tackles for a loss, and 6 quarterback hits total as a defense, pass rushing wise. And you think it's the pass rushing problem? How? We had a pass deflection, a forced fumble, and a fumble recovery, by the way. So, please do tell me how that's the pass rusher's fault that we lost this game. So, B+ from me. I got no problem with it. Haynes finally got that sack. So, I'm pleased with him. Sean Reddick has consistently played well every year. Every game so far. Jeremy Chin has played great every game so far. We've never had any reason to question those two. And that leads me into linebackers. That will be a B- from me. Shaq played a lazy game. Let's be real. Shaq played a lazy game, and it showed. Can't be having that, bro. Alright, that's part of the reason we had a bad game. Then, I'm going to say defensive tackles are going to be a B, straight up a B, because you're facing up against an absolute tank of a running back, and between the two of those running backs, they ripped up almost 150 yards on us. That's on the entire defense, not just on the defensive tackle. So I'm kind of cutting these guys a little bit of a break, but not much of one. That's a lot of yards these guys just ate up today. So that's not good. And the tackling was a little bit lackluster too, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Getting back to the corner position, C plus. And y'all know who I'm going to shout out in about 5 seconds here. D-Jack. Come on, man. Lazy game from this man. Laziest game I've seen all year. Come on, D-Jack. What in the world was that? Did this man not eat his Wheaties today? Did he climb out of bed on the wrong side of the bed today? Like, what happened? I don't get it. I honestly don't get it. All year long, this man's been roasting wide receivers, pass deflections, you name it, he's done it. And all of a sudden, he gets beat by Terry, who catches 5 balls on him for 103 yards and a touchdown. Now let me tell you something about Terry. This dude, his strongest game was 6 catches for 59 yards, and that was against the Buccaneers. Otherwise, all these big numbers and catches that you see are against the Packers' horrible secondary, the Falcons' horrible secondary, and the Giants' horrible secondary. That's why he got over 100 yards. Otherwise, tell me on any part of this stat sheet where he gets past 65 yards receiving off of more than 4 catches. Find me one. Because you can't do it. You can't do it. I refuse to believe this guy is a Pro Bowl wide receiver after D-Jack just shuts down half of the league's wide receivers that are on our schedule. I refuse to believe it. Tell me another fairy tale, because I'm not believing that one. Alright, so I'm not saying that Terry isn't good. He's a very good wide receiver, I'll give you that. But he's not Pro Bowl material. Read in between the lines, folks. Because there is nothing in between the lines. I'm being straight up with you. Alright, so let's finish talking about these linebackers, because Carter had a good day today. He made his tackles where it counted, and he got the job done. I was pleased with him. The other corner that got burnt today was Keith Taylor. And again, I refuse to believe these are Pro Bowl wide receivers when you don't have Curtis Samuel in there. How are these guys getting roasted by these guys when Curtis Samuel is the one that's popping like 70 yards a game every game when he's healthy? I refuse to believe it. I don't know, man. Just a lazy game. That's as far as I can figure. That's my theory right now. I don't know. Maybe you guys have a better one in the comments section. Let me know as to why that happened. But these are by no means, any less than great corners. Top 15 in the league. And today they get roasted? We supposedly have the first best pass coverage in the league. The number 1 pass coverage in the league. That's out the window today. By the way, we're supposedly 15th in stopping the run as well. That's gone. I think they said 12th before the game. Yeah, that's gone. And we're supposedly the number 2 defense out there. Not after today's performance. Moving on to free safety, I mean, Jeremy Chin's just been lights out. You got to give that man an A minus. He's been everywhere he can, you know. The only reason I didn't give him an A is because of missed tackles, but I mean, everybody's had missed tackles today, so, you know, take it with a grain of salt. He's been everywhere that he's been asked to go, you know, to give help where he can, and this defense was just really in need of a lot of it, with Shaq having a lazy day and Dante having a lazy day. So, it is what it is. You know, shout out to Jeremy Chin for all the hard work he's putting in, man. Gotta love it. Gotta love every second of it. We are really, really lucky and blessed to have this man on our defense. Seriously. Strong safety, Justin Burris, B+. I mean, those two tackles that Burris made, in my opinion, were clean. You know, as clean as you can make them. I mean, they looked a little dirty, but, you know, the refs are going to throw the flag. But, honestly, I thought it was clean to me. You know, and it's just one of those times where you got to question, are we playing flag football or are we playing NFL? Just a question, man. It looked legal to me. But who's counting, right? The refs always make the final decision, so. Moving on. Special teams, B+. You know, I felt like everybody did their job properly. You know, and we got it done. You know, nothing too exciting there. And that's usually a good thing. When you're dealing with special teams, that's usually a great thing. Because either they're doing really well or they're doing really poorly. If you don't notice them, then you're doing just fine. And that's the happy medium you want. Same thing with offensive linemen, you know. They're either really good or they're really bad. There's no in between. There really isn't anymore. Alright, so coaching, B. I felt like we did a great job. And I fully support that fourth down try in our own territory in the fourth quarter, because I feel like with the time left on the clock and the amount of timeouts that we still had left, I felt like we might not see that ball again. You know, there's a chance we may not see it again. With the way that running back crew was eating up yards and first downs, you know, there's that huge chance that we may not see it again. So I support Matt Rule in that decision. And, you know, the fans were not thrilled when they decided to take Cam off the field. Honestly, I got to agree with the fan base here. They were right. You know, throw Cam back in there. Let's see what happens. You know, and the check down almost worked. Folks, the check down almost worked. So if you want to throw any one of those players under the bus, just don't. It's not necessary. They tried their best. You know, some days you just got to tip your cap to the defense. You know, that was great defense, and I got respect for it. Tackling, C. Did not like what I saw with tackling today. Did not like it at all. Y'all got to step it up. Y'all got to hit that weight room. Whatever you got to do. Don't do that again, man. That tackling was just... There's some players that actually saved it for you. You know, like Carter and, you know, Keith Taylor had a couple of them, but Step it up, guys. Come on. Really? Not the best effort on tackling. Speaking of effort, B plus. I felt like the effort was there in this game. We were really, really trying, but defensively, some lazy play from D-Jack and Shaq, man. I got to take off for that. Sorry, guys. I felt like the heart wasn't there from either one of them today. They were just getting roasted, dude. All right. That being said, I got to give respect to Taylor Heinicke for that game. There were some amazing throws by this man in this game today. Amazing throws. Like, I've got full on respect for these throws. Like, these were Cam Newton type throws back in the day. You know, when he was hitting his prime. There were a couple of those I didn't even know how he got those completed. So, respect to him. You know, that's not an easy way to play a game with everybody in your face and still be able to complete those passes is just incredible. You know, I felt like I was watching a Matt Ryan 2.0 out there, you know, or a Cam Newton 2.0 with the accuracy. It was ridiculous. Those windows were crazy. You know, and I just got to give accolades where they're due, man. You know, best of luck to Ron Rivera and his crew, and I wish them a successful season from here on. Good luck. For us, though, we got to have a lot of things go right if we want to make the playoffs from here. There is a road where we can make the playoffs as a division winner, but we got to have a few teams get some upsets, and we got to take care of our own business in our own football, and it's not going to be easy. None of it's going to be easy. This is going to be a three-ring circus from this point on. Whether we get this division pathway or whether we try for the 7th wildcard spot, it's still going to be a three-ring circus. We need help to get in. So, if you want to know what those pathways are, I will be posting those on the Facebook page. Keep pounding in all caps throughout the week. Probably Monday and Tuesday. So be looking out for those posts as far as how we can possibly make the playoffs. In the meantime, this is a game we could not afford to lose, and we lost it. So I just want to say thank you to the Colts for opening up a pathway for us by beating the Bills, and for the Saints taking that L to help us out. Appreciate y'all, man. That's the only reason we're still in this thing. If it wasn't for that, I don't know that we would be. So, thank you. That being said, I have the utmost respect for Washington, and hopefully they get something going here, man. Best of luck to you. As for us, the Carolina Panthers. The Carolina Panthers select in the first round. Yeah. You fill in the blank. That's where we're at. Anyway. We choked. That's all there is to be said now. For the rest of our season. Even the great Cam Newton couldn't help us stay in. So now what? How about addressing the real problem? The offensive line. And that defense had no excuse today. You had Burris in there. You didn't have Sean Chandler in there anymore. You had no excuse. Step it up. Last chance. Last desperation chance. Panthers. Show us something. Or play for picks. Keep pounding.